Thank you everyone for coming. This is kind of like our second public event, and I'm glad to see so many people are joining. The program today is a success case with Lovable. It's basically a follow-up presentation of the one in June. So my idea is always, you can go back to the first one, Natalia. My idea is always kind of like we test our technology and then we implement it in a project. And we're going to do that with a lot of the various technologies. The next one is going to be with Grigori, which is a more nerdy AI technology called RAG. So he will do that. The third one is sort of like Lovable. I would say it's just a little bit lower down in the stack, where how you can build code with AI faster while you still retain a bit more control. That would be my claim. And the other one is, the last one is, how do you prepare yourself for the AI future? Because there's going to be a lot of opportunities, and I can already say that I already reading a book I got recommended for Artyom, so I'm really excited about that. All right, next slides. Yeah, next slide. Yeah, next slide. So, Ordning.
Yeah. You want me to say something?
Yeah.
Well, I have something to say. Hello, everybody. Ordning.no is a marketplace for companies and a benefit platform for employees in a company. For years, I've worked as a connector, bringing businesses together. I am helping them find the right partners and creating value through collaboration. But so far, it's mostly been based on my personal network and manual introductions. Now I'm building something much bigger. My idea is to take what I've been doing offline and scale it online. A B2B portal where businesses can connect, collaborate, and grow together in a more structured, scalable way. This is why I call Thomas and Senior Dev. Instead of me being the middleman, the platform becomes the enabler with smart matchmaking, industry-specific communities, and tools that helps companies find each other. We build trust and create partnerships faster. This is about turning one person's network into everyone's opportunity. If you want to be a part of the community, stay tuned. Thanks, and have a lovely weekend.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And for me, it's a great pleasure to work with Jan again. It is. We have so many meetings that it's really great, and I'm glad to see some of them. A few of them we've been speaking with the last 2 weeks now are here. Yeah. My experience with building Ordning in Lovable, it's the process was the standard one. You start with shaking out the requirements. The good old principle, shit in, shit out, still applies. So you need to have a plan of what to build, and the most effective way to do that is still to build prototypes in Figma, which is the one we're using mostly in senior dev. So then it starts with Iryna. We have a meeting, and we do a couple of iterations until we say this we want to implement. Then I set it up in Lovable, just like I did in the previous event, with the spec and the less service called the Superbase. And then I start to code how to set it up. And the trick is, as always, to you need to have an idea of how the architecture and the system should be. That is, which kind of database should you have, which is Postgres, a relation-based database here, that you use Superbase authentication system. For example, first time I generated, it started creating its own in-memory kind of authentication system. Of course, that is not the proper way to do it, even though you get the illusion that it works, but it doesn't. So you connect it to Superbase. But as long as you keep asking the right questions, you get a good result. Another thing that happened was that in the beginning of July, I went on vacation, and Iryna had some available time. So then I asked if she could do some vibe coding. And there was 2 things I wanted to get out of that. One was that I wanted to have tasks done. But number 2 was, how much can a non-technical person do in Lovable? Because the marketing team of all these companies say you don't need developers anymore. Everyone can code, kind of like go, go, go. But then how is it in reality? If you go back to the previous one, Natalia, kind of that was interesting to see. And I'll let Iryna take it from here.
Yeah, thank you, Thomas. So as being said, when I started working with Lovable, I was teamed up with Thomas, and he took care of all the technical logic and setup. And my role was to work on the user experience and interface. So I started in Figma, prepared my initial mockups, designs, and I would bring them into Lovable, expecting a smooth transformation into polished UI, but the reality actually was more complicated, because Lovable didn't always understand me, like what I meant. I had to back and forth, like, I don't know, maybe 3, 4, 5 times before I got the result. And yeah, to be honest, it felt pretty tedious for the first time. But over time, I think that both of us, Lovable and me, we learned how to work with each other. And I started writing like maybe more clear prompts, and I started getting better results with fewer iterations. And as a non-technical, I can say that you can definitely use Lovable, but if you have a colleague or a friend who can help you setting up all the technical stuff, like connecting to database and fixing flows like authorization and so on. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's my experience.
Yeah, very good. Timelines, of course, it goes much faster. Just go back. I will skip this slide in general. So the timelines, it goes much faster. I have a lot of things, so I didn't have time kind of like to sit for an extended period of time with my code. But when I got the opportunity to use Lovable, I managed to get a lot of things done much faster than I else would have done. I would do it at the expense of fully have control on the code. But then I did this on this project because it's simple enough that I have control, even though I can't see all the code. I also noticed when I'm testing it, I would say I have 2 alternatives. I connected it to GitHub and checked out the code, so I have it open in WebStorm. There are certain changes I do there, typically translations, and when I want to see. If I was more kind of like a little bit bigger project, and if I was a coder all the time, I would have spent more time understanding the code in WebStorm, and then I would be able to kind of like more guarantee the result. What I've chosen in this project is more that I spend more time on doing QA, basically, to verify it. Yeah, so it's definitely worth doing it. I have other projects. For example, we have an accounting system, accounting company called Rein-Meos, and there we're going to have a lot of these know your customer boring flows. Definitely going to do that in Lovable or with Windsurf. Actually, it depends a little bit if I'm going to do it or if I get some resources available, like Oleg. So let's see. But yeah, positive experience, but be aware of you need to have control on which services you ask, that there is a database authentication storage correct, and that you test it properly. So yeah, thank you so much. Any questions? Yeah, Oleg?
Yeah, like probably in general, what was probably it's more for Iryna. So what was your understanding of this tool? Is it's like okay for non-technical person or no? Just how it was?
In terms of working on UX UI in this tool, it's okay. But as Thomas said, you need to have the control over everything.
Yeah.
And for that, you need a person who understands, because sometimes you want to do some changes and it returns to you with this page of code and asks you like, is this okay for you? Would you like me to apply? And I'm like, no,
so you still need the front-end developer, actually. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.